Welcome back again. So here's what happens. We've decided again how many we're going to hire, when we're going to do it. We're going to decide where we're going to place the ad, how we're going to write the ad. So we've got that out of the way. So the ad gets posted. Applications start coming in. Let me go back to that one point though. Never, 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 never interview anybody that just walks in. And I'm not sure that I said this or not, unless it happens to be a master tech or technician. Then we want to grab that person, embrace them, and not let them out of the dealership. All of you know how tough techs are to find. So that would be the only exception to that rule. But other than that, always schedule your interview. So now we have applications coming in. Now, let's think internet lead for a minute here. Let's think internet lead. That internet lead that your internet department gets is sending information and asking questions to more dealerships than just yours, which I'm sure that we all understand. Now, here's what happens. Does the person that get back to them the quickest win? It's a factor, but it's not necessarily the ultimate determining factor. Now, if you wait 2 days, yeah, that's going to be a problem. Or is it the content that we send them? Does that make the difference whether or not that internet lead is going to come into your dealership? Have we personalized the interaction with the internet lead and so forth? Have we answered their questions and helped them make a decision to come see us? The job applicant is very similar. They have a lot of options. You know, I know that we think that that sign out there in the second, third, fourth, fifth generation or more, I mean, it's something to be proud of. But to the job applicant, the career seeker, it's less important. So what we want to do is this. We use, and I'm going to walk you through our exact process so you know exactly what we do, and you can duplicate this. We use what's called an ATS, an applicant tracking system. The one we happen to use is called Sendouts. There's many of them, and you pay a user licensing fee per month. It's cheap. It's like $90, $95 a month. And what happens is, it kind of acts as a database, a CRM, if you will, where all these applications come into this database, this applicant tracking system. Then from that system, we have tons of email templates made up that we send out to the applicant. Pretty much within, it can vary from 5 minutes to 30 minutes, never more than that, where we get back to that job applicant immediately with a email. They're templates, but are very, very personalized and all different, and they're all addressed to, you know, Dear Craig, we received your application, so on and so forth. Then we attempt to schedule an interview with that first one. If that doesn't happen, we send them a second one. If that doesn't happen, then we send them a third reminder. Then we send them a final reminder to come in and interview. So we send out 4 separate emails through our ATS, our applicant tracking system, directly to the job applicant. Now either they're going to schedule an interview somewhere along those 4 steps, or they're not. If they're not, what we do is our trainers at the dealership doing the interviews, and that's how we do it, would then take what we call a list of non-respondents. They sent an application but never scheduled an actual interview. Then we would call them back in the event they didn't check their email every day or what have you, just to make sure. Now we go one step further. If nothing happens from there, or they say, you know, it wouldn't be convenient this week, you know, for me to interview, whatever the case might be, and we're still interested in that potential applicant, we'll keep them in our database for future reference. if we're going to be running a recruiting campaign in that same town. Now, we're talking about an entire different scope of scale here, where we have nearly 500,000 of these people in our database, but in very little time, you could have a database of 50, 100, 150, 200 people, and as years go by, that can grow bigger and bigger and bigger, because you never know when those people are in or out of the job market. So that might be something you might want to take a look at that would really help your HR department. And it speeds the process along for you to be able to get back to that applicant sooner in a more professional manner and get them back down to your store to actually interview them. So on the next recap video, we're going to go from the video on, and then we're going to get into the next part of this segment in the series. See you then.